Hey guys, this is Life Maniac. Guys, about time to open another set. And this time it will be a box of my good friend Yami Bakura. First I have to pick scissors, guys, for myself. In order to go on very fast. So I did organize it. Yeah. Just look at that cover, by the way. I love the cover. My favorite Yami Bakura deck will be also in that taking place in that very box. Can't wait to discover what cards we do have in here. As always, those are just, you don't have to misjudge that because those are mostly fake cards, and still they might come some of them in handy, like something like Graceful Charity or Pot of Greed, which I might use on one of the decks because I don't intend to buy thousands of them, those copies, but also not just change every time a Pot of Greed from one deck to another, and from this deck to the other, and so on and so on. Okay, let's just do it. I would suggest. Okay. So first up, we do have in here Summoner Monk, a card which could have been in a Yami Bakura deck, because in the last arc it plays out like a card which I think it's called Disgraced Mage or something like that. It's also Spellcaster. Yeah, but we do not have it in TCG, so maybe they exchange it for that one. It's a very cool holo, by the way, even if it's fake. Oh, also very cool Dark Ruler Hades. Now, the fakes are nowadays, guys, really looking kind of real, I have to admit. You just see it on the text very good, but the holo... So the holographic was very bad in comparison to that back in the days. I mean, the fake holos, they were really like cheap, but those are very quite well done, guys. I would even say better than the originals. Maybe I'd use one of those in my one of my decks. A Goblin Zombie, of course, also Yami Bakura. Dark Ruler is one of his boss monsters, by the way. I never pulled that back in the day. Legacy of Darkness, I purchased it from a binder, from a dude in the local store. But it had dent, and it was of course an ultra rare from Legacy of Darkness, but it was the first and only print back in the day. It had a little dent in there, and like I paid far too much, like $8. It was a little bit expensive for that card. It wasn't that good. Then Dark Necrophy, of course, one of my favorite boss monsters, especially back in the day. Pulled from Legacy of Darkness. Also very good quality. I might keep those cards because it's like really looking good. I didn't think that, but it's really like that. Oh, another card which I'm lacking in a very good rarity, but yeah, I think in Spore it already exists. But look at that, it really looks really real. I mean, like in comparison to back in the days, it's really something else. So Necrophase, I intend to have as a secret rare one day, but it's really expensive, like $100 upwards. A card which refers, of course, to the puppet which Dark Necrophy has in its arm. Yeah. Doom Calibanite. I do have it in more rarities, like ultra rare, gold ultra rare, or gold rare, and also Prismatic from the Speed Duel City Finals. A Puppet Master, also one of his boss monsters. Love it. Oh, okay. So we're done with the monster cards already. Oh no, there are more. Sorry, guys. They just changed the queue a little bit. There we go. So those were the holos. The holos were up front. Archfiend Emperor, the First Lord of Horror. I think that's a card that doesn't even exist, or does it? I don't know. Of course, Archfiend is in Titan theme, so not It is a Fiend type, but still, I wouldn't put it in a Yami Bakura deck. 3 of, okay. Ajin Hyris exists, I think. Titan cards and oh, okay. 2 card from the Underworld, a card which I would also prefer and to be in a Yami Bakura deck. 2 of Rescue Rabbit. Cannot be special summon from the deck. Can manage this face up card, can control 2 level 4 lower normal monster. Okay, let's do it in the end phase. Yeah, that could be come in handy in a Yami Bakura deck, because normal monsters 4 stars and then be destroyed in the end phase, and he has more Fiend type normal monsters in his graveyard and can then banish them for Dark Necrophilia, for example, because that's what he regularly tends to do. Okay, 2 off. Another Summon Monk. White Magic had card which he actually in Duelist Kingdom played out. If it attacks, you can discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. Oh, I love Morphing Jar. It's just looking mystical as heck, and I might need another one. So there we go. Oh, 2. Of course, he played out 2 in Duelist Kingdom. Man Eater Bug. A card which I don't think it's that great anymore, because we do have cards like Night Assailant which really like adapt to its effect, and have also a good handy graveyard effect as well. Additionally, Jargon the Spiritist, a very spiritualist, a very badass card combined with Last Turn, for example. Gurnia, one of my favorite low-level Yami Bakura cards, because always it comes back from the graveyard. I think during the semi was destroyed in the graveyard by an opponent's card effect. So like now it's attacked, but if it was a card effect, it's a little bit like Vampire Lot, so that's why I love it. Another Dark Necrophilia. Electric Lizard, played out in the Duelist Kingdom arc. Sangan, of course, love this card. Shout out to Dennis B. Because he loves also Sangan, so there we go. Another Doom Caliber Knight, there we go. 2, okay, 3, so playset. Another Puppet Master. Lady of Faith. So this one represents, for example, really the gentle side of Bakura, yeah, not Yami Bakura, but Bakura. Also Happy Lover, which we are not very much certain whether he played it out or he had it from Pegasus' deck and put it on the field, because it might also be in Pegasus card. But other than that, if it would be in Yami Bakura deck a card, it wouldn't be a Yami Bakura, but it would be a Bakura card, because his gentle side is also still there. Mask of Darkness could be also a Pegasus card rather, because he had this like Millennium Eye representing his darker side. Yeah, could be an symbolism epitome of his Millennium Eye, of his darker side. Mask of Darkness card. Soul of the Forgotten, be played out and tributed again. I mean, Yami Bakura. Portraits of Secret, now we're talking. So these are the typical Yami Bakura dark cards. The Earl of Demise as well. Earthbound Spirit, the first Earthbound monster card that ever came to play. Yeah, 2 of a good defensive posture, by the way. Position. Headless Knight. Very creepy looking artworks. I love it. I love the Halloween theme, the creepy horror theme of this deck. Ghost of Fled Dreams as well. Yeah. So the Doom Angel, the Angel of Silence, Doma the Angel of Silence, also a card which he brought up, and it's not very much 100% secure whether this one is a Pegasus card actually or a Yami Bakura card, but also it would be much fitting to the whole Yami Bakura eerie darkness cards theme. One of my favorite spell cards, at least from the artwork, a Dark Designator. Seems to be someone choosing a card, and the opponent is really like terrified with this all fire shadows all around. Can choose, of course, a card of your opponent's deck, and if he or she has that card in his deck, then you can take it to your hand. Part of Greed, there we go. This one I'll be needing. Change of Heart, also representing the two sides of Bakura, Yami, the Yami side and also the good side. The lovely Bakura's favorite card. Exchange, of course, reference to classic Battle City. Monster Reborn, another card which I might need. Shallow Grave, card which I think he played out against Bones in the Cemetery duel. Multiply. So I think this one is a doozy, you might say, because it's really much not a card which would apply to this deck. It's a Yami Yu-Gi-Oh! Yami Yu-Gi card. And there we go, the Spinner's messages. We have we have it. We have ETH, and then we have the D, then we have Death on here. Very mystical. Ectoplasma, also cool artwork. Chain Energy, which we played out in Duel's Kingdom arc. We have still more spell cards to go before we get into the traps. Oh yeah, I love the Premature Burial. Oh, I love the Spiritualism as well. Okay, so there are there are more Archfiend cards in here. Archfiend Labyrinth. Don't know if this card exists at all, but anyways. So of course a Titan reference. Spiritualism. There is a card called Spiritualistic Medium in the anime, and I think it was looking not similar, but the artwork was looking similar. Premature Burial, of course. So let's get a trap card. The only trap card we get to see in the Duelist Kingdom arc is the Justice Surge, which makes burn damage to your opponent. Then we get to see finally, of course, the last Destiny board, the D card, which is essential. Key core to his deck in Battle City. I asked myself very much whether we get this card at all as a lost art, and then we have the Death and Ultra. All those cards would be great. And just the trap card. Multiple Destruction, a card which he played out in one of my favorite duels of all time, namely Yami Marek against Yami Bakura, which is kind of an underdog duel and very mystical in its nature, but also dark. You can you and your opponent discard all the cards of the hand, and I think draw cards. Yeah, bottom on the deck. If you both of players have 3 or more cards in their hand, each player places their entire hand on the bottom of the deck, and any order also use life points equal to the total number of the cards returned to the deck by this effect per 300. Then each player draws 5 cards. So it's a very, it can be a very handy trick if you with the back on the ropes and cannot go further, but also you risk some life points. So maybe at the start or in the middle of the duel it would be a great asset to have, but like if in the end it will be far too great risk, but still maybe it's a good trump card. Dark Spirit of the Silent. So this one, of course, also is a 2-of. He had it as a 2-of, a card which I very much love and admire. Like, I mean, it's really dark, mystical in nature. I mean, like, it's very convenient trap card to have. It very much can turn the duel in your favor. Then Call of the Earthbound, an Earthbound, one of the first Earthbound cards as well as a trap card, but this one is really sticking to the Earthbound theme. I thought I would be saying no. It is really a card which is taking place within the last arc, the Dawn of the Duel arc. He's been playing it out, and unfortunately there's another, I think it was Call of the Earthbound, which doesn't exist, I think. Trap card, opponent, it's a permanent trap card, have to pay 500 life points in order to attack at all. So good stalling and burning a mechanic, but Konami, I'm still waiting for that card to be getting print. But anyways, so this is it, guys. This is all. I would be maybe leaving those hollows up. You might say, oh, how ridiculous, but I think still I might use a couple of them, and morphing jars, some I've got used too. There are a couple of cards which I do not regret that I now pulled, even if they're fake. Earthbound Spirits being also a couple of them. Dark Designator, for example. Pot of Greed especially. Change of Heart also being a great card for me. Monster Reborn. Might use them in goat decks, for example. Spiritualism, Premature Burial, great. Dark Spirit of Silent. I have now enough due to the fact that I pulled like 5 boxes of Retro Pack 2. So there are many of those. but ones with destruction I do not have. I have just 2 or 3, I think, in total. Yeah, so I might sleeve also some of those up and then use them in the near future. And of course, and the first and foremost reason I bought this was the box itself, because I might put some Yami Bakura. Maybe I might do an ultimate Yami Bakura deck, and then I put this one in there because I give it a good playability and then I play it myself. So there we go, guys. This is it. I hope you guys still loved it. By the way, you look at my new playmat, Yami Bakura playmat. I do have now many of them, but might still get another one maybe for the futuristic version of this deck. Yeah, as always, hope you guys have a good morning, good midday, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever and wherever you might witness this one. This is me, your Lifer Maniac, and then as always, I wish all of you a big peace.